Precisely 1:15. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. News edited by Catherine Pereira and read by Sharifa Tahir. Headlines. The government says the Colombo port city is the part of the Colombo district. Consideration of petitions against Port City Commission Bill underway. Special security plan will be conducted on Wednesday, which completes 2 years since the Easter Sunday attack. The Technology Committee on Vaccinations has decided to begin the second dose of the AstraZeneca vaccine. News overseas, Australia opens travel bubble with New Zealand. Local news in detail now. State Minister Susil Premajayantha has thoroughly rejected false allegations on creating another country within the country from the Colombo Port City Economic Commission Council Bill. The land belongs to the Sri Lankan government. It has been clearly indicated at the Constitution. Therefore, Colombo City is a part of the Colombo district. He made these remarks participating at a media briefing held. The country's law is also implemented in the Colombo port city. The funds of it should be audited annually and submitted to the Parliament. He recalled that Greater Colombo Economic Commission was established when initiating the free trade zone industry in 1978. The tax concessions will be given to the investors of the Colombo port city as it was given to the free trade zone. State Minister also emphasized that there is no room to build another country under the government headed by the President and the Prime Minister. The consideration of the petitions filed against the Colombo Port City Economic Commission draft bill is currently underway at the Supreme Court. The petitions are considered before a 5-member bench consisting of Chief Justice Jayantha Jayasuriya and Supreme Court judges Bhuvanaka Aluvihare, Priyantha Jayawardena, Murthu Fernando and Janaka De Silva. Speaking in open court before the commencement of the hearing, Chief Justice Jayantha Jayasuriya requested each legal counsel to limit their oral submissions to 20 to 30 minutes each, as there is a larger number of lawyers challenging the draft bill. Accordingly, President's counsel K. Kanageshwaran then proceeded to first make submissions on behalf of the petitioners. The petitioners claim that certain clauses of the relevant bill have violated the country's constitution. They seek a court order ruling that the clauses in the bill must be passed by a 2/3 majority in Parliament and a referendum. The police headquarters stated a special traffic plan will be implemented for 2 days in parallel to the service to be held at the Kochikade St. Anthony's Church. The service will be held from 4 p.m. tomorrow to 12 noon on the following day. The police media division, issuing a statement, said that the special traffic plan will be in effect as a large number of people are expected to visit the church during that period. Police spokesman DIG Ajit Rohan has said special security will be provided to all churches in the country while they commemorate the second anniversary of the Easter Sunday bombings on Wednesday, the 21st of April. He said that various religious masses, activities and events have been arranged in order to commemorate the victims of the bombings. Therefore, the police headquarters has issued a special message to the officers in charge of the police stations and senior officers of territorial divisions, including senior DIGs, SSPs and SPs, to monitor the situation. In addition to that, senior police officers, the assistant superintendents of police, and senior superintendents of police have been informed to monitor the situation directly and to provide maximum security in respect of events. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation giving you the news.
HDFC Smart Goals. All it takes is 3 years.
Continuing with more local stories, State Minister Sudarshini Fernandapula says that the Technology Committee regarding the vaccination has decided today to provide the second dose of AstraZeneca. The second dose of the vaccine should be given between the 10th and the 12th week after the first dose. The first dose of the vaccine was given from 29 January to the 31st of March. She told the SLBC that the second dose should be vaccinated between the 29th of this month to the end of June. The ministry has more than 250,000 100,000 vaccines to provide the second dose. She said that she believes the stock of vaccines which were ordered will be received. She also stated that there is some decline in corona cases in Colombo and Gampa districts. Minister Sarath Veerasekara says that a separate ministry was established for the public security by the President in order to build a favourable environment to live for the people without any fear and suspicion. The public can forward their complaints to the number 118. At present, security committees have been appointed to each Grama Seva divisions, covering 14,200 Grama Seva divisions in the island. He made these remarks participating in the Subharati program of the SLBC this morning. During last year period, 35,000 persons have been recruited to the police service. Special program has been carried out to minimize the road accidents occurring in the country. 620 persons died due to the road accidents since January up to now. Special operation is also being conducted to nab drunk drivers. The persons engaged in drug rackets, ransom and underworld activities who have been taken into custody will be rehabilitated. National Operational Centre of Preventing COVID-19 says that 357 infected persons have been identified from the country yesterday. Out of this number, 70 were from foreign arrivals. The highest number of cases were reported from the Colombo district, accordingly 63 from Colombo, 50 from Kurunegala and 41 from the Gampa district have been identified. The overall infected persons reported from the country this morning is at 96,795. Out of this number, 93,112 have been recovered. 3,065 patients are receiving treatment in hospitals. That's on local news.
Darling, our daughter has top O-level results. Do you know what this means?
Yes, just 3 years and she'll be going abroad for her degree.
For which we'll need a bank loan.
But is a normal loan the smartest option?
What else?
The smartest way is to start an HDFC Smart Goals account.
Let your child begin their degree with no delays. Start an HDFC Smart Goals account. Call 2356 888.
Honey, you're so smart.
HDFC Smart Goals. All it takes is 3 years.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Director General of Samurdhi Bank's Bandula Tilakasiri says that providing 5,000 rupees to the low-income families will be completed next week. The government reassumed the program today. The groups who have not received the allowance can obtain it today. The 5,000 rupees allowance will be given through 2,073 Samurdhi banks in the island. At present, the allowance has been given to more than 2.3 million people.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
And on Watch Live, several villages in the Dharaniagala Secretariat Division are facing many hardships for many years due to not having a bridge to link to the village Talligama and Yatyantura Divisional Secretariat Division. Around 500 families are living in these villages. At present, they cross the Karaniganga with the help of a dilapidated boat. This is a very risky situation. This is for the attention of the court chairman of the District Coordination Committee of Kergal.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of
the best discount in this Urdu season. People's Leasing Polywasi. Enjoy an interest rebate of 25% from People's Leasing for all the leasing facilities during this Urdu season. Call 011-206-300 for more details. Conditions apply.
People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
World News headlines: Australia opens travel bubble with New Zealand. Syria to hold election in May after years of war. Osaka governor to request state of emergency. World News in detail now. Australian and New Zealand residents can travel freely between the two countries for the first time in more than a year after a travel bubble opened today. The long-awaited initiative removes the need for visitors to quarantine. Both countries have contained COVID outbreaks and kept infection rates low, in large part due to hard borders. Excited passengers crowded Australian airports ahead of reunions with family and friends. Thousands of people are expected to travel on Monday, with some rising before dawn to get ready to board. Syria is to hold a presidential election next month, the country's parliament says, a move likely to maintain President Bashar al-Assad's grip on power. Mr. Assad is not expected to face serious opposition despite continuing conflict and a growing economic crisis. After 10 years of war, the Syrian government controls most of the big population centers in the country. About 400,000 people have been killed and over half of the Syrians displaced. The election for a president who will serve a 7-year term will take place on the 26th of May. Finally, on world news, Osaka Governor Yoshimuro Hirofumi suggested today that he will ask the central government to issue a state of emergency in the prefecture to contain surging coronavirus infections. Daily infections in Osaka reached a record high yesterday. The Western Japanese prefecture confirmed 1,220 new cases yesterday. Its daily figure topped 1,000 for 6 days in a row. Osaka's medical care system is overstretched. The number of patients in serious condition totaled 286 yesterday, outnumbering the 284 hospital beds secured for such people in the prefecture. That's on World News.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of
The best discount in this Urdu season, People's Leasing Polywasi. Enjoy an interest rebate of 25% from People's Leasing for all the leasing facilities during this Urdu season. Call 011-206-300 for more details. Conditions apply.
People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
And on development news, the Irrigational and Agriculture Ministry of Southern Province says renovation activities of irrigational network in the Gaul district for the cultivation purposes for the next season is nearing completion. Renovation activities of several irrigational network and maintenance work have already been completed. That's on development news, and moving on to sports news now. The largest cash prize presented to the Super League football tournament in the history in the country will be held at 4:30 this afternoon at the Sukadadasa Stadium in Colombo. The first match between New Young Team and Colombo FCT are to be conducted. After that, Blue Stars and Red Stars will compete. This will be the first professional level football tournament being held in the country. Nearly 30 million rupees will be presented as cash prize for the overall tournament. 5 million rupees will be given for the winning team and 2.5 million rupees will be given for the runners-up. The 10 leading football teams in the island will compete for the Super League Championship. That's on Sports News.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
And on business news, the government has planned to introduce a new tourism zone for the local and foreign tourists. Minister Prasanna Ranatunga says these zones will be announced by a gazette notification. There are 7 tourism zones declared in the country. The government is expected to earn $10 billion by the year 2025 from the tourism industry.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Economic News. Courtesy of
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibility. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
And on economic news, a favourable harvest is received from the home garden fruit cultivation in the Hambantota district. 60 fruit villages in 12 divisional secretariat divisions was initiated in the year 2015 by the Agricultural Department. The fruit cultivation was carried out with the use of organic fertilizer.
I bought my daughter a laptop for her work by managing my finances. Whatever the expenses may be, I can't afford to miss out on life's special moments like her birthday or our anniversary. So you need to invest to make your family's future flourish.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibilities. That's why we promise to give you the best returns on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
And on the weather update, the Met Department says showers or thunder showers will occur at a few places in Sabaragamuwa, Western, Central, Uva and Southern provinces after 2 p.m. Showers may occur in Western Province and in Gaul and Mathura districts, including Puttalam districts during the morning. That's the weather update, and before we wind up, a quick look at the headlines again. The government says the Colombo Port City is a part of Colombo district. Consideration of petitions against Port City Commission Bill underway. Special security plan will be conducted on Wednesday, which completes 2 years since the Easter Sunday attack. The Technology Committee on Vaccination has decided to begin the second dose of the AstraZeneca vaccines. News overseas, Australia opens travel bubble with New Zealand.